Welcome to the Trick Shift Garage. In this video, I'm going to show you real quick how to replace the thermostat on our 2015 Silverado here. This is pretty much a straightforward process. It should work for the 6.2 liter V8 as well as the 5.3 like I have. So let's go ahead and get started. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you. The first step we're going to do is we're going to go down here beside the passenger side of the truck, and where you want to remove your wheel, we're going to go in and we're going to take this splash shield off, which will give us access over here to where the drain valve is on the radiator. We got a Torx T15 bit here, so we're going to go ahead and take them all off. Alright, put that aside. Now make sure your engine's fully cooled before you open this up. You want to be careful, steam, pressure, stuff like that. Mine's cooled off, so it should be fine. Alright, I'll take that, just put it aside there. I'm going to show you where the drain valve is now. So if you go, follow me this way, you'll see right there is the drain valve for the radiator. For my drain, I have this handy dandy food container, okay? I like how it has the measurements of how much fluid I end up draining out. All right, so next up, all I gotta do is reach in there, turn the valve, and then it should drain out. I just use a little screwdriver here, and it needs a little motivation. I don't know if this is really the best method, but just a little tap there. I think I've jarred it loose enough. So, we should be ready to go. Turning it now. It's getting pretty loose now. Okay, there we go. Okay, we'll let this drain and then come back when it's done. As you can see here, I got a K&N intake system. If you don't have K&N, you'll have the big bulky air box. It's kind of blocking the way for the thermostat. Basically what you have to do, there's a line here, a line here for your PCV. I think you have to push in on the clamp and it should disconnect from this side of the intake system. On mine, I'm just simply pulling off. I really don't have to remove my intake system, so I think I'm just going to leave mine on. If you do have the stock box, you'll have to remove this clamp here right next to the throttle body, and then over here you'll have not two clamps. You should have just one clamp. Just disconnect it, and then that way this whole part should be able to come right off. Now we're going to focus on first getting off the upper radiator hose that's connected to the thermostat housing. So I got my vice grips here and just want to squeeze it in. Okay, once you got that, we're going to walk it up. Next step, we're going to take off the upper radiator hose. Now it might be kind of stuck on there, but you want to kind of grab and then kind of squeeze it like that. And then once you have it loose, you can kind of see how it should just pop right off. Now you're going to have coolant still in the system. So I loosened up this hose clamp and was just able to rotate the whole hose upright. Now we're going to work on this surge tank hose. Like this. And let's just use my needle nose. Just kind of squeeze it, rotate it a bit, help break it loose. Just tuck that one out of the way. So the next step is to remove the thermostat, and there's going to be 3 10mm bolts. We'll just break them all loose first. Here's the first bolt. Here's number 2. Here's another bolt. All right, moment of truth now. All right, not too bad. Now, before you go on, make sure you get this gasket seal off. All right, it's going to be stuck on there like that. What we're going to do now is just clean up that area and then install the new one. All right, so here we go. This is the old one here. This is the new one. This new one does have that gasket. You see that gasket there, and here's the old one that came out. These look identical. This is just a stock replacement thermostat. Nothing's fancy, but we're gonna go ahead and install it now. So just want to line it up. Okay, seat it just like that. Our bolts, starting one in the back. Get that one home. this one next. Should be good. All right, so got them all snugged up. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this down now to 89 inch-pounds, okay? All right, next up, we're going to take our overflow hose and just slide right on like that, and we'll make it work. Next, upper radiator hose. Squeeze this clamp here, turn it back down that way. Put on the upper radiator hose there, and we'll just walk it back into position. As far as thermostat, that's pretty much it. It's all back in. Just go clean around everything, make sure everything is nice and snug. There's no leakage. Always make sure you check the condition of your hoses too, by the way. Make sure that they're not cracked or leaking or brittle, falling apart. I think we're good, right? Yeah, let's take a look here. You can see it's still dripping, but for all intents and purposes, it's done. So we're going to go ahead and tighten back the drain valve. Yep, all right. Drain valve is securely back on. So now we can begin the refilling procedure. Here we have the final tally, and we're just about a little over 4 quarts, maybe like a little under 4.5 quarts lost. That's why I like using this, because it kind of gives me a rough estimate. So I got a gallon. I bought 2 gallons of Dexcool pre-diluted coolant, so I should have enough to fill it back up. Let's go ahead and put the new coolant in. Go ahead and put our funnel on. It's all poured in there. You just want to make sure you don't fill it up to that line here. That's your max cool line, okay? So I filled it up just about 1 inch underneath that line, so we should be good there. Cap back on. Okay. Make sure to put the airbox assembly and PCV hoses back on before you start the truck. All right, so let's go ahead and turn the truck on. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to let the engine idle, okay, for a few minutes, and then just every so often we're going to raise the RPMs up between 2,000 and 2,500 RPMs. So, you also want to make sure that you have your heat cranked all the way up to high, and then you want to turn your fan all the way up to max. Okay, so let's go ahead, we'll start revving it up. So if the heat is blowing nice and hot, that's a good indication that all the air is purged out of the system. When that thermostat finally opens, this upper radiator hose should become hot. Not yet. All right, so I had to go back in the truck and rev it again. Now, I'm gonna put my hand here. I can feel this hose is very hot now. That tells you that the thermostat finally opened up. All right, so go ahead and we'll turn the engine off. At this point, we just let it cool off, and then we'll check the coolant level in the surge tank and see if we need to top that off any. Coolant level went down a little bit, so I definitely have to top it off some more. Drain valve is closed, there's no more dripping. Okay, we're good there. Now you can install your fender liner. So when you're opening a tank that's not cold, always use some rags, towels, put it over the cap first, okay? Because you want to open it very slowly. Crack it loose. As you turn it, you'll start hearing some hissing noises. Very faint hissing that did that time. At this point, we're going to go ahead and top this off. Our cap back on. Once it's all tight, we're good to go. All right, that's it for the thermostat. We got the brand new thermostat in there. Everything's nice and cozy, snug down tight. No leaks. Thanks for watching. If you like our work, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell for more Trick Shift Garage videos, and we'll see you on the next one.